happened?
What's up, folks? This is very unprofessional. See, Dr. Ammon here just like threw shade on my whole intro.
Just tell the man,
Just told the man.
away the phone.
What would you granny have done? Quick clip around there. Well, listen, folks, thanks for hanging out. If you're just tuning in again, it's the Electric Docs TV. I'm your host, Mr. Breaks, at Mr. Breaks on IG, and I'm here, of course, with the illustrious and the preeminent Dr. Amun and Dr. Amsu. Amsu, if you don't know, these are the Electric Docs. Again, this is the Electric Docs TV, and we were right in the thick of a live Q&A session. We had a bit of a technical issue, so thanks for all those that stuck it out. I appreciate your patience, and hopefully we're going to try and get through a lot more questions. Once again, if you do have questions, and listen, very quickly, if you have questions and you feel you know, it may not be the right platform for you to share them here, you can ask the questions anonymously. Send us an email to helpme@theelectricdocs.com and just state you want to ask a question anonymously. And, you know, we don't have to ask you a question here live on air. The good thing is that when we do ask questions and answer them here, others get to hear your answers that helps everybody else as well.
Here's a quick question for you, Wojo. What's happened to all the questions that people asked before? Are they all gone?
Well, no.
All right, so whoever, if you ask a question that wasn't answered before, just put it back in again.
If you're online right now,
I'm just saying someone's lost their job. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, someone's getting fired in the morning. Apprentice, you're fired. But yeah, if you're online now and your question wasn't answered, then please repost your question.
Now, the questions will be on the old video, which we'll post. So the first half of this is up on YouTube already. And if you ask the question, obviously you won't need to do that, but it will be in two sections. So when you do go back later on to watch this, you'll get to see some of the other questions as well. So as the doc's saying, if you've got any questions, please feel free to upload them. In the meantime, docs, so, you know, lots been going on, right? Interesting thing.
Here they come.
Oh, are we not going to?
Oh, keep on going.
Got a question? Got a question?
I'm intrigued though.
Got a question?
What was I going to talk about?
Yeah,
so you know, we try not to get political, but just the interesting thing about this president we have now, 44, 45, I get the numbers mixed up now. I don't know. Honestly, I don't watch the news anymore. I'd rather meditate and do other things, and I'm an NPR fan, sorry, but I also watch some of the other channels as well. But anyway, interesting thing about our president, Donald Trump, he said publicly, I think a few years ago when he was running, that he doesn't actually believe in exercise. He believes that everyone has a certain number of heartbeats, or they're going to, you know, everyone's sort of lifespan is ordained, right? So he didn't believe in exercise, interesting enough. But the funny thing as well is this, that he's not into medicine, he's not into health at all. However, not long after coming to the office, one of the first things he was being lobbying for was to try and regulate or put an end to holistic medicine.
Well,
now that angle was
holistic,
it was homeopathic,
right?
But I mean, in that realm, I mean, for someone that doesn't care about health, isn't it interesting how these big lobbies can affect, you know, the access we have to alternative medicine?
I mean, it's been there from the beginning, though. The way how allopathic medicine even managed to creep its way into society, all remedies for all ailments used to be from herbs, from plants, from fruits and that. And it was, you know, a bunch of people, including, you know, the Rockefellers, the Fords, and those, you know, the oligarchs from this country, the oligarchs of this country. Their whole thing was to infiltrate the medical, whole medical institution and create synthesized pharmaceuticals to replace natural remedies. And they infiltrated through lobbyists and whatnot, and invited certain politicians, members of Congress, to be shareholders,
right,
for these pharmaceutical companies. So you had the makings of IG Farben, the makings of Bayer, the company Bayer, the makings of Monsanto, right? The first pharmaceutical company was Pharmacia, right? And it actually means sorcery. So that was the first company, and that splintered off into other companies, but I've been shown a sign here that we're
There
that
you
we're
go.
talking,
We got questions.
talking on. But it's
You got a
interesting
great
stuff.
voice, really handsome bloke, but we're going to move on. But
There you go.
absolutely.
You started it, mate.
I did. No, it's a quick
You
question.
started it.
I'm going to admit that.
All
But,
right,
you
go
know,
on.
I think it's
Tech Man,
in,
let's roll on with the questions. We see
important.
that we got 17 people, and their questions are flooding in.
We have 17,000 watching.
17,000, sorry.
All right, all right.
17. Oh, there's a K. Yep, sorry. I need glasses.
All right, so we have a question from DRC Mixed Girl. As a vegan, what is a natural cure for reoccurring BV or yeast infections?
Wow. So, if you're getting bacterial vaginosis on a regular like that, and it's naturally occurring, then you're definitely eating. I would put a pound to a penny and saying you're eating a large portion of mushrooms, because you're definitely disrupting your gut flora, and that's where it starts. It starts in the gut. So you are exposing yourself to what they call bad bacteria. And again, I will say that, and I would ask her, is she consuming mushrooms? And if she is, how often is she eating those mushrooms? And maybe even vegan cheese as well, because there's a lot, these are chemicals. These are not naturally grown. So again, just because you're vegan, it doesn't mean you're eating healthy.
escaped toxins, a lot of plant-based toxins. Dr.
And
Hampton,
I
do you
would
wanna add?
recommend you sign up a consultation for us as well.
Also,
And we'll talk about
another
that
thing
as well.
that's causing a lot of BV is the coil, the copper coil, because when
That's
you, when
another
you
thing
when you're
too.
put onto this contraception, right, the IUD, the coil, right, intrauterine devices, they raise your pH. Your vagina's supposed to be acidic, right, to kill bacteria. So this whole thing about alkalinity,
Yeah.
right?
Excellent
Yeah,
point.
let's move this
Whole
Excellent
thing
point.
about alkalinity is a myth, all right, in certain cases.
Right, exactly.
Right? So with the copper coil, the IUD, whether it's hormonal or not, it messes with the pH of your
Balance.
vagina, opens it up, susceptible to all kinds of bacteria, and you keep on getting BV. That's the reason why.
Also-
so it might not be mushrooms.
And it can also be if you got a partner and you're using a condom.
And I'm not brushing teeth.
Well, I'm not going to go that far, but I'm just saying. if
Well, a
he's
lot of
using
people
a
do.
let's
condom-
keep
But,
it
but
real.
a lot of people do.
If he's using
this
a
is
con-
something that has been brought
Right,
up a lot
if
of
he-
times
if
in the
he's- yeah,
past. That
definitely.
hygiene is hygiene.
Hygiene is
right.
hygiene. So
we can't escape it.
let's move on.
All right. From the same person, DRC, she had a part two. How do you naturally reduce heavy bleeding during periods?
What's on your mind? Spit it
I
out.
think she on birth control, or does she have? Is she
Well,
online? Can she answer that?
I
I mean, one of the things that we would say, if she's a vegan and she's still experiencing heavy bleedings on her cycle, then obviously, she could be eating soy, she could be eating tofu, things like that, what is increasing estrogen levels. One of the things that if you are experiencing heavy bleeding, it is a sign, an indication that your estrogen levels are heightened in the body and you're becoming estrogen dominant. So that is something that, she should be looking at what she's actually eating and intaking
Look
as
at the camera, mate. You're looking at him.
as a vegan. Right, because he's moving, man. He's moving. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, what's going on over there? So that's one of the things she should be monitoring, because again, we can't stress it enough. Just because you saying you're plant-based or a vegan, it doesn't mean you're eating electric. It doesn't mean you're eating right.
So we actually have some supplements that will be good to help you stop bleeding. That we've been 96% successful. 97. Essence, again,
Stability.
essence, and stability. So we have a range of supplements called Her Balance, right? And it's specifically for the female reproductive system. So from the vagina all the way up, we got you.
To the breast.
There you go. And again, so listen, folks, if you're tuning in now to Electric Docs TV, I'm sure you know that. And it's a live Q&A with the Electric Docs, and we're taking questions in the YouTube. If you have a question, please get it in there. We'll try our best to get through all of them. Also, you can drop questions to help me at theelectricdocs.com if you want them to be anonymous, or we can answer them later on. We've got a lot of questions to go through. We'd love to go into them in a lot of detail, but we're going to try and maybe touch on each of them. And we'll, a lot of topics will reoccur, right? So, just bear with us. So what else do we have, Wujao?
All right, from Eileen Sa, how do I grow my hair? Simple question. How do I grow my hair?
The simple ones are the biggest ones, aren't they? So you end up getting drawn out.
Well, if you have an issue with balding, right, then one of the problems why people go bald is that there's a high level of white blood cells, right? And white blood cells produce chemicals when they go to work. Not a lot of people know that, but there's a specific chemical that white blood cells or leukocytes produce, and it's called leukotriene, right? And leukotriene is highly volatile, it is highly inflammatory, and it causes alopecia. It also causes things like asthma, bronchitis. So it's not just in your hair, right? So how leukotriene come about is by bad diet, that your body cannot process the foods correctly, and it's producing more white adipose tissue, white fat, and then these white blood cells are produced inside the fat, and when they become excessive, they start to turn against you. All right. So
don't we have a protocol for that as well, Dr. Amson?
Yes, we absolutely have some supplements for that. We have Derma In and Derma Out. If you're a man, you get Derma In and Derma Out, which is on electricfood.com, electricphood.com, Derma In and Derma Out. And also, if you're a man, you get Virility with that, so that you're also inhibiting estrogen, because estrogen is a factor with hair loss.
That's right.
Male pattern baldness or andropause, right? If you're a female, if you're a woman, you need Derma In and Derma Out, and also Essence.
All right.
Sorry, I was doing some admin there. Go ahead.
Okay.
So very, very, very quickly. Well, I guess if they go to electricfood.com, Derma In, Derma Out. One's topical.
Right,
internal.
Derma
So
In
you'll
is
see
for
that when
internal,
you get it there. Yeah.
Right.
is you take it sublingually. Derma Out is topical. You rub it on the area
There you
that's
go.
affected.
Don't get them mixed up, please. Won't kill you, but anyway. Wujao, what do we have?
All right, this is from Mike. What is the best source of B12?
Okay, so there's a number of sources that sea vegetables like seaweed is very good. Dulse, kelp, wakama, also zucchini. You have butternut squash, all the squash families like butternut squash, zucchini, very good for a natural source of B12. And we also have an excellent supplement called Blood RX. There we go, Blood RX, that provides all your omega fatty acids, amino acids, B12s, B7s.
Well, we're actually creating a supplement as we speak called Be All.
Be All, right.
So-
but
so
before
look
that,
out. So
before
look
that
out for
comes
that.
out, look out for that. And your natural folic acid as well. And that's what could be found in your Blood RX. But if you want to eat on a daily basis, sea vegetables, zucchini is very good. Certain fruits, melons.
Dragon fruit,
Dragon
excellent.
fruit, yeah, dragon fruit.
And again,
Jackfruit as
Jackfruit.
well.
Yeah.
Jackfruit is excellent for that. And good old-fashioned coconut.
Mangosteen.
Yep.
so folks, I mean, those of you who are versed in this understand it, but some of you may not know what some of these fruits and vegetables are. I may not know where to get them. Again, drop us an email, help me at theelectricdocs.com, and we'll try and help you out, based on where you live, maybe
Right.
give you some pointers, because it is difficult to get certain fruits and vegetables. We know this. We have a massive food desert, and it's something we were talking about the other day. America, for example, is mostly rural. I mean, the country is probably less than 8%, populated in terms of population centers. It's mostly rural. There are a lot of huge, there's the diverse number of towns and small villages that don't have access to some of the more exotic or natural foods. They are in a food prison, right? They're in a food desert. They only get the processed food. So we totally appreciate that. But just want to piggyback on that, the B12 question. What's the myth about a lot of vitamins? Because we hear, you go to some stores and they have racks and racks and racks of vitamins. People pop vitamins, they do multivitamins, they do the vitamin shake, they rub it there. does your body actually benefit from a lot of these vitamins? What's
All
going
right,
on
so
here?
here's a problem. All right, so when you go and you buy a synthesized vitamin, right? And I'm gonna say vitamin. I can say vitamin.
Vitamins.
Right? Your body has a way of tracking what's going on inside. So your liver, when your liver receives, coming from ingestion, when your liver receives a vitamin, it sees it as feedback that it's being flooded, because your liver produces most, if not all, of your vitamins.
Right.
It synthesizes vitamins from the food you eat, right? So vitamin B comes from cobalt, comes from the mineral cobalt, and is transformed into cobalamin in your body by your liver. Cobalamin is your vitamin B, or your B complexes, right? So when your liver receives that coming back to it, it says, wait, I'm inundated with this, I'm gonna filter it out. We're gonna get rid of it, I'm gonna excrete it. So that's why a lot of people who take these B tablet or vitamins,
12s
sometimes
and
you,
numbers,
you take it, and then when you go toilet, urinate, you can smell it, you can see it.
Right,
you know,
right.
You ever taken a B vitamin,
Right, it's yellow,
and you
you
go
can
in
smell
and
it.
it's like orange.
So
You've
your
been
body just
tangled,
pushed it
mate.
out. Your
You've
body
been
didn't do anything.
tangled. You see what I'm saying?
So
It's like
just-
it can be overwhelming. Like, what's going on with me?
But they feel good
Again,
because of that,
right?
they've
But
tracked the
again,
memories.
like he just Dr. Amsu said, cobalt, it has a path, a natural. When you absorb it naturally, there's a path where it travels to the liver, and the
Or a
liver
path.
was or path. But when you get it synthetically, it
He's
just
American now.
gets dispersed throughout the body, and this is where you start experiencing rashes or excessive amount of
There you go.
urination and
Radicals
things like
and
that.
all
So
that,
we
yeah.
always want it to make it coming from a natural source, not a synthetic or artificial, because the body can't process it.
Right. Okay, so again, listen, guys, Electric Docs
Got more
TV,
questions.
live Q&As, man. Let's do this. Do we have any more questions?
Sure do. All right. Let's see. My grandmother has gout. What can she do for gout? This is from Elisa.
Quick question for that. We'll definitely
Quick answer.
Quick answer. Sorry for the question is electrichealth.org/consultation. When you are coming here asking questions for your loved ones, we do appreciate it, and we're here to help. But we need to speak to them, and we need to have we recommend consultations to do that.
But for those of you who would like to know about gout anyway, because we're here for Q&A,
I guess
right?
we are, yeah.
So gout is a issue where uric acid gets into your blood,
Right.
and then is
Excessive
distributed by your blood and gets into joints and whatnot and causes inflammation. All right. So there are quick things that she can do for her gout. Right? Eat black cherry juice. If you can get concentrated black cherry juice and diluted water, fine. But eat cherries. There's also a bladder cherry, which is excellent.
Right.
Bladder cherry, right? But we actually have a couple of supplements
We probably do,
for
yeah.
gout, right? We have liver RX,
Right.
and we have kidney RX, because usually gout is because
And joint
one of
RX
those
as well.
organs, right, and joint RX, right, joint RX, because those organs are malfunctioning. They've become dysfunctional. Why uric acid is getting into the bloodstream in the first place. Usually is caused by excessive coffee, caffeine,
Red
also
meat.
excessive alcohol.
And red meat as well.
And yeah, that too. And also tea that's high in caffeine. Right? So, you know, I've got family members who, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink alcohol. You drink tea though, right?
Tea, yeah.
You drink enough tea. So
Irish moss.
the tea's gonna do it.
And eliminate high and refined carbohydrates and wheat,
Yep, wheat.
from her diet.
Okay, so gout, another big one. And you look, again, guys, get your questions in. You know, we're having a discussion. We will actually at some point. Well, I'm hoping we do this. We're gonna have some live phone-ins, maybe not in the next couple of weeks, but we're gonna gear up to that. We want to make this thing nationwide. We want as many people as possible to join us in the conversation And it's through these conversations we help cure each other, right? And sometimes it just takes a conversation. A lot of us suffer in silence. A lot of us don't have a doctor or can't afford a doctor, and are maybe despondent about what's being prescribed to them through sort of general medicine. So hey, these conversations are really powerful. So please pass it on to your friends. You got the YouTube channel, you got the links. Put a tweet out. Put a do an IG story. Put out in your feed. Hey, listen, guys, live Q&As with the docs. Have them subscribe to the channel. That's the best way, because when you subscribe, you'll get the links, and you'll find out then when we're going to go live. We'll send that out as well. And there's a bunch more that's going to coming down the pike. Trust me, we are here to serve you guys. So
Any more questions?
Any more questions?
All right. Before I ask the other two questions, watch out for the links that's being posted in the chat right here, right now, as the Electric Docs are mentioning certain supplements. The links to those supplements are being posted, so make sure you keep your eyes out on the chat. So we have two more questions. I'm going to combine two questions. One is the top 3 package coconut waters. And another question is, what is recommended to get rid of gallstones?
All right, you want to take the
Right.
water?
Well, yeah. If you're located in the farmer's market, or you got local Whole Foods around, they do natural coconut water. I don't recommend, or I haven't found a brand that's really good, to be honest. It's because of the chemical process, what they put the coconuts through to make the coconut water, even though they might say on the back of the carton 100% organic coconut, but when you drink it and then you actually maybe have the opportunity to smash a real coconut open and drink it, it's night and day to the taste. Night and day. So there is, if you're located, for instance, in Atlanta, we have a farmer's market where you could go and get coconut smashed right in front of you, and you get pure coconut water. They also do that in some Whole Foods. Unfortunately, if you don't have that and you're not in Atlanta, I don't know where you are located, but you really want to go and try and get natural coconut water from the coconut.
Let me ask a question here. Do we have genetically modified coconuts? There has to be. Because there's so much coconut water on the market now.
Right.
5 years ago, you struggled to find, you only had the cans from Jamaica, right? And it told you there was additives in it.
Right.
All of a sudden,
it's abundance, right? It's
where are all these coconuts coming from?
Exactly.
I mean,
Thailand has a very big
coconut industry.
market.
Yeah, they got coconut.
Brazil, I'm sure.
Yeah, Brazil, Mexico. The second
Well, getting
question
on,
was...
but getting on to the somebody asked about gallbladder, right?
Gallbladder, yes,
Gallstones
yes.
and whatnot, right?
Apologies, go
So,
ahead,
drink a shitload of dandelion tea, all right? And also, yes, we go to electricfood.com, right? electricfood.com/poison.
Your condition.
That's going
right?
to let you choose from a bunch of conditions. Click it, and it's going to tell you what supplement we have for that condition. If we do not have a supplement for any particular condition, if you don't see the condition up there, you can send us an email and say, put my condition up there, governor. But if you have gallbladder issues, you have gallbladder stones. Then gallstones, right?
Yep.
To be technical. Dandelion tea is excellent. It's like one of the best things that you can what you can do. Peppermint is good, right? Red apples.
Shall I give them the free?
Milk thistle.
Shall I give
them
them the
three.
I'm gonna. All right. So you can naturally get rid of them, and it's real simple. You will have to have. It will take approximately 3 to 5 days. You don't eat anything but green salads, right? So you want oregano, dandelion leaves, black dinosaur kale. But in the meantime,
You say arugula.
arugula.
No, I think.
Right.
Arugula.
Because they can't get that.
Arugula?
Arugula.
No, arugula leaves.
Yeah, it sounded like you said oregano and arugula in one.
Oh, sorry,
one word.
right, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
But what you need to do, the concoction you put together is you get an 8-ounce glass and you get 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
And you could put 2 pinches of salt and squeeze half an organic lemon. Mix
What
that
kind of
up.
salt?
Black lava salt.
Black
that's what I
lava
said,
salt,
yeah.
okay.
A pinch or 2 of black lava salt. And you want to put or squeeze half a lemon, organic lemon, right? You mix that up. Now, this is first thing that you do in the morning, right? And
Now they mix it in room temperature water.
room temperature water, distilled water, okay, distilled water, and you want to drink that, right? And then all you eat throughout the day is just the salads. You want to have that drink again at the night time. And at night, you want to sleep on your left-hand side because that's putting all the pressure on the liver, which then is going to help to unlodge those stones from your gallbladder, and they will pass out through your defecation. Now, you do this for 1 to 5 days, and trust me, I've done it myself personally, and I've recommended this to tons of people, and it's
You
worked.
had gallstones, yo? You didn't tell me.
I didn't have them, but, well, I had them, but it wasn't affecting me. But I'm telling you, everyone has them, whether they're small or big. Everyone has them because everyone has
Dr.
eaten.
MC? No?
Everyone has
I ain't
eaten
lying.
red meat, white meat, alcohol, all through their life. You consumed it to a certain point of your life.
So look
okay?
at that. We've just had a free diagnosis, a free recipe, and a free cure, right? It's a DIY one. So
There you
just
go.
run over those ingredients again. So we got 8 ounces of water, room temperature, distilled.
Right.
We had the oregano oil. Oregano oil?
No.
Arugula.
Arugula.
Is a green.
It's a green. We call it in England rocket leaf.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying, right.
Rocket,
Greens,
right?
yeah.
It's the green. So
Rocket.
you wanna eat greens throughout the 3 to 5 days. Okay, you don't want to eat any other food. No grains.
What if you can't get arugula?
Then just get
Spinach?
dandelion,
Yeah, somebody.
Dandelion.
dandelion, or you can get dinosaur kale.
Dinosaur
All
kale.
right.
Okay. Pinch of salt, black lava
Black
salt.
lava salt. You
Okay.
mix that in the drink, and you have 3 tablespoons of extra olive oil. All right, and you drink that first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and then you drink it again last thing at night
Look at
before
that.
you go to sleep, and you sleep on your left hand side.
Look at that.
Don't sleep on your right hand side,
Yeah.
y'all, unless you have a specific condition that requires it. Sleeping on your left hand side is the
The
best
side.
Puts
best
pressure on
side
your
to
heart,
sleep
your
on.
liver and so
Right,
on.
and within, like I said, 3 to 5 days, you would start having bowel movements, and you would start seeing it come out in your stool.
Excellent.
Let us know how that goes and get back to us.
Absolutely. Please do that. You know to drop the email to helpme@theelectricdocs.com or get back on this live next time we do it.
Very concise answer there. That
Very
didn't
concise.
take 10 minutes.
No, it was 12. Who do we have lined up?
All right, we have another question from Shawan Collins. Please discuss your thoughts and opinions on doing a colon cleanse prior to detoxing.
Here we go.
Prior to detoxing other organs and or taking herbal supplements.
All right, so colon cleanse is an absolute no.
Nothing goes up
One-way
there. It's
traffic.
one-way traffic.
All right.
That's that answered.
Next question. No. We're going to give you a bit more.
All
than
right,
that.
so dilution happens. It actually affects your liver and your kidneys when you
Absolutely.
do that. All right, so don't do it. And there's substances that they sometimes put into somebody. I think they asked if they're supposed to add like rhubarb and certain other things to the colon cleanse itself. And no, one-way traffic. It's better to ingest that and let
Right.
it do what it does. Let your liver do the work.
Exactly.
Your liver is going to process it.
And one of the things that's dangerous is the residue that it leaves
Right.
behind that could dampen the spleen. And
There you
if
go.
that gets affected, now you got some serious conditions coming your way. So it's very dangerous. Now, we don't recommend it at all.
Joe, do you have a question there? Because there's something I've seen on here. Do you mind reading a question out from, I think it's Kieran Joseph again, had a question about primary care?
Yes, indeed. Doing my job for me now.
Yes, sir.
All right, Kevon Joseph. Let me see. 1 second here.
I think it's a very recent question.
Okay.
She's the one in the orange.
Skipping around here. All right, that's all. He has favoritism. You also.
That's what I was about to
No,
say.
there's questions further
Further
up.
up,
She's
further up.
all the way to
Member.
the bottom.
Further up, and you just jumped over.
Make him do him thing.
Let him do it. He's already getting fired. So,
For the last thing, for the break.
I've written up. It's his last day, mate.
Well, you know, so no. In all fairness, we'll come back to that towards the end because I want to say something about that, and that's why it popped out at me. So by all means, go back to where you were Karen's been on. She's great. So I think.
Okay,
Oh, he
all
may
right.
be. Is it he? We don't know. Oh my God.
All right. All right. So, all right, going back up a bit. Let me lose my spot now. All right. Okay, question from Shari Arroyo. Excuse me for mispronouncing
Been online for a while. Yeah.
name. Are there natural remedies to gaining muscle mass?
Oh yeah.
Yes. All right. So muscle mass is something where to gain muscle mass, you need testosterone.
Absolutely.
Testosterone is not a male hormone. It's an androgen,
Yep.
not a male hormone. All right. So
Break
it's
it
an
down.
androgenic sex hormone.
Tell them that one more time. Let them know that one more time.
So testosterone is not a male hormone. It's an androgenic sex hormone.
There you go.
All right. So it's needed. It's absolutely vital for muscle development and muscle toning. Now, a lot of people in their diets, they're eating foods that produce cortisol, that activate your adrenal gland to produce cortisol, right? So if you find it hard to develop muscle, it's because there's too much cortisol in your bloodstream. And even if if you're a female and your testosterone is produced from your ovaries, right? Even if you're producing testosterone and you're producing a lot of it, if there's cortisol in your blood, cortisol is an anti-testosterone hormone, right? So you have to cut out fatty acid foods or trans fat foods, should I say? Right. You have to cut out flax seeds. There's certain things that you've got to cut out of your diet.
Dairy.
Things that are estrogenic, dairy, right? Certain meat is bad because it produces.
I mean, that's a myth. Let me just interject.
Well,
though.
which one's the meat?
Right, with meat, that meat builds muscle,
muscle.
right?
Oh, right,
Because
okay.
Yeah.
most of the animals, pound for pound, muscular animals out there in the kingdom, they don't eat meat. They don't eat. They eat vegetables or berries or nuts or wheat.
Young meat.
grants, right? So just wanted to say
Avocado's good,
Good point.
right? Hemp seeds are excellent.
Yeah.
raw oats.
Pumpkin seeds, right, are great to they help your body to produce testosterone and they also inhibit. Now ashwagandha, right? We're giving out a few trade secrets here, right? My own just for you guys, right? Ashwagandha, which is also known as Indian ginseng, that's one of the best producers of testosterone and also inhibits cortisol at the same time.
Purple sea moss, we said it earlier
Jackfruit,
on. Put
mangosteen.
Purple sea moss with some Brazilian nuts, raw oaks.
Delicious.
All of these things here, and depending on your workout regimen that you have. So if you're a woman,
And also work out, right?
right, you
Do
want to
weights.
do your weights. Use
Let
weights.
me
Stay
ask
off the treadmill. Don't
Yes.
keep cardiovascular
A minimum.
to a minimum, like 5 minutes.
Right.
And try to do sprints. Try to get your blood your heart rate up by doing sprints, and then you build up. Once you start to sweat, get off it. Don't stay on it because excessive cardiovascular actually starts to catabolize your muscles, meaning it breaks it down
why?
into fat.
Because it
So don't do
releases that cortisol that
Cortisol,
Dr.
right.
Amsu was mentioning before.
Question for everyone, and you may not want to answer it now, but just put this out there. You guys can do some research as well. Get back to us with this. I think we're going to do some research as well. One of the difficulties people have is they switch from animal-based proteins, right? They think they're eating to plant-based, and it's difficult to understand the portion sizes, right? So chicken breast, for example, and they tell you it's got 30 grams of protein in it, and all of the weightlifting charts will tell you exactly how many pieces to have, so on and so forth. I don't see that often enough, and I'm not obviously talking about our things, about portion variation. So, how much jackfruit should I eat? How much pumpkins? Plenty.
That's the portion.
I mean, this is the thing. When you're eating healthy and you're eating good food,
You don't need to eat a lot.
and then your lifestyle. If you're training, some people work out twice a day or they work out 7 days a week. Then the metabolism is heightened, so they might need to eat a plate and a half. These guys will tell you, I'm a foodie. I have a mountain
You are a
because I'm
foodie.
eating great.
Greedy-
and I'm going to
greedy
eat great,
bastard.
but I train hard and I
Greedy
work hard.
bastard.
You
Mr.
see what I'm
Fox.
saying? And so I guess it's it's case by case. But there's one thing: if you're eating good food, eat your food, man. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Again, food is information.
So, folks,
Right.
listen, we've had a great session. We're not dialing off just yet. But
Oh, we got 10 minutes. We got 10
well,
minutes.
hold on. We had 10 minutes last time. You saw what happened, right? So
Hey, oh, that's why you're fired. That's why you're fired.
he's got
He's gonna get it right tonight.
The
Nah,
clock
he's
on
got
point.
it. He's got it, man. I have all faith in that. Listen,
Right.
we gave him a hard time, but this guy's wonderful, man. You know.
No,
what I mean?
listen, guys, we got a team back here. I know you see us here looking gorgeous and chocolatey and stuff, but it takes quite a bit of work to get this out there. Look, we're here. You know, we wanted to, and I'm a stickler for this. We wanted to make this thing beautiful and flawless before we went on air. And we thought, listen, this is taking time. Let's just get out there, get this thing going, get the juices flowing. We will improve as we go along. You guys got any critiques for us? Share it with us. We don't care. We learn from everybody, little kids, old people. So, look, it's a conversation. We see everyone as our family. You know, yes, we have a for-profit company. We also have a not-for-profit company, which we haven't spoken much about, and we'd love to share that with you guys in due course. But the reason we do this is the reason why Procter & Gamble don't do this, why your GP doesn't do this, why your general care practitioner doesn't do this, is because this isn't part of their remit. You know, they are a unfortunate to say it, for not every doctor. You know, we're going to talk to that as well. We have MDs and doctors and other specialists in our team that use our paradigm, that support our paradigm. And in fact, when they get patients that they probably think maybe shouldn't go the pharmaceutical route, they recommend them to us. So we want to applaud those doctors that, you know, take the time out and do care for their patients.
Definitely.
That being said, you know, we see you guys.
I mean, you're cutting into question
Yeah, that's
time
what I
with
was
all
gonna
that
say.
speech,
You know, we have a
mate.
couple of questions.
You're cutting into question time.
Mike, got questions?
This is why I'm here,
Go
because these guys answer questions and the thing will just cut. So now you've heard me say it, and I'll close out with it as well. So what have we got?
All right, so we have two. We're gonna get back to the one that you wanted to jump ahead, but this is from Veronica. The question is, what's the protocol for type 2 diabetes?
All right, we have a supplement called Pancregen, right? Pancregen, Pancregen, right? Pancregen, which you can get on electricfood.com, or you can just go to that poison page, electricfood.com/poison, click on type 1 or type 2 diabetes, and it will show you, you scroll down, you will see Pancregen, all right? So,
Can I give her one more?
yeah.
Yeah. And I give you a freebie. Okay, so what you want to go and do is look up insulin index food lists. You can Google that. And what that will do will show you a whole list of foods that enhance the body to release high levels of insulin. And one of the things that is one of the root causes for diabetes type 2 is insulin resistance.
So, you want to
So if you get that list, you can go through and see exactly what grains or foods or fruits that heighten insulin in the body. Okay?
All right.
So, but just to add to that, type 2 diabetes, white blood cells are causing that, all right?
Absolutely.
Because they're blocking the insulin receptors.
There
right?
you go.
TNF alpha is the type of leukocyte or white blood cell, and it stops your insulin from delivering the glucose into the cells. All right. So we have blood RX as well. So get Pancregen and also blood RX. And it's liver RX. Blood RX as
All right.
well.
Next one.
All right, so maybe our last question for tonight. Kavan Joseph asked, question from Kavan Joseph. Do you guys have a practice, and can I make you my primary doctor?
You can make us our primary doctors. We are your doctors. We're already your primary
I think
doctors.
that's the one I wanted to talk to. So I think
Well,
before
go
we close
ahead.
out here. So listen, guys, and I was speaking about just a second ago, right? Let's be smart about this, right? Your health is paramount, okay? We are not mind readers. We don't have a crystal ball. We can really only go by what you tell us. But here's the thing. We live in the West. We live in a modern society. Go to your doctor. Go and get your blood work, get your x-rays, get your screening, get whatever platelets they're going to take, right? Bring that information to us. By all means, speak to your primary care practitioner, wherever you are, first. Get that diagnosis. We are an alternative. We are an option. If you don't want to take pharmaceutical medicine, you don't want to go under the knife, we are here to consult with you, right? And then show you what you can do to find remedies for that. Don't please leave it to the last minute and then call us. We do not have an ambulance service. We do not have an ER. And trust me, people have left it, to the last minute to call. I know we get the calls when we're here in the office. So listen.
Also, I want to put this out there so you're clear. We are not MDs.
Right.
We are not MDs. So if you have insurance and you put us as primary carer, you will not get your insurance.
Right.
Right. Now, have a lot of insurances allow you to use alternative medicine. Right. This alternative is another term as well.
Non-conventional medicine.
No,
alternative
there's a term they
and
use in there.
what's it called? Additional. What's it
Yeah.
called? It's like
additional.
or something like
Right.
that. Alternative medicine. We are nutrient therapists. We are nutritionists. We are herbalists. Right. So we can give you information and educate you on nutrition. Right. But there are, like, HSA allows you to use alternative medicines, natural medicines. So you need to get with your providers to find out, and then but utilize the technology that's out there to help you to get diagnosed with whatever's going on, and then we can now come in and say, okay, we have a supplement or we have a protocol for that.
Yep.
And in fact, with that insurance piece, very quickly, if you go to the website, there is a link on there, and you can find out some pointers about how to ask your insurance company whether or not they will accept or they will cover alternative medicine.
Yep, and I just dropped a link in the chat.
There you go.
We would like to round it off and end off by saying, we appreciate all the support that you guys show us, following our social media, just sending us your love and support that you do on a daily basis. And even though we haven't got to answer everyone's question tonight, again, we have
Cherie Arroyo. We're gonna next time keep your ears to the ground, because next time we are gonna go up. We're gonna go in on the whole cholesterol situation. All right.
Right. So we have our website, we have our YouTube channel, we also have the email address, which is helpme@electricdocs.com.
TheElectricDocs.com.
Sorry, TheElectricDocs.com. And also we have The Electric Docs on Instagram. So follow us there as well. All right.
Every
And
Thursday. Every Thursday we're
will
doing this live Q&A.
Yep.
All right.
So tell your friends, your family, your loved ones, tune in every Thursday, around 7:30? Are we looking at just kick it off?
Until these guys get it together between Mikey Breaks and Woodjar.
Right,
they
around
keep on
7:30
messing,
every
jacking it
Thursday.
up, man.
We
So,
do
live
freestyle.
giveaway.
I could be doing
This is
something
rock and roll.
real good
I don't-
right
we don't
now,
do
but got me
instructions.
here
Right.
on
Rules.
this bullshit while
But
I could be doing
no,
something.
play my guitar.
on a serious note, we do appreciate all the support that you guys doing, and we got some big things coming this year that we want to share and get everyone involved, and we just want to make sure that everyone stays healthy. We know it's hard. We know the environment that we live in makes it very difficult. We have challenges every day to eat the right things, drink the right things, and stay in the right frame of mind to do so. So please don't think we're sitting up here thinking this is easy. We know it's not. But there's nothing more valuable than your health. When you look at yourself in the mirror, and we're off the clock.
No. What you're saying, listen, guys, we got another show called Off the Clock where we get to talk. We
This guy needs to get fired. I thought you were saying off the clock like the
guy
time
that
was
know
gone
how
up.
to read the teleprompter
Yeah.
needs to
Needs to
get
get
fired.
fired.
The
You're
guy
fired,
that
mate.
knows the tele-
Who else
We
said
need
off
the
the
trap
clock?
door, it's like, yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
If you see off the
Time's
clock,
running out. Oi,
time
time's
is
running
running
out.
out.
Time's running out.
Right.
Hold on.
He's the guy. State your name.
You know what I mean? It's like off the clock.
Are we off? Are we not off?
No, we
Hey,
got-
listen, guys.
no,
So,
we got-
listen, we got a bunch of different format shows that we're doing. One of them's called Off the Clock, where you get to talk to the docs and we have a conversation with you guys about all different things. Could be political, could be social, music, whatever it is. Have a bit of fun with it. It's another opportunity to build with you guys. But look, our time's running out. I think they're going to kick us off this channel in just a few minutes. Again, Dr. Alan said it. Dr. Amsu said it. I want to thank you guys for being here this evening. Remember, follow us. If you're on here, you got it all, right? It's theelectricdocs.com. You know the IG Electric Docs. You've already got Dr. Amun and Dr. Amsu. I'm at Mr. Breaks, MRBREAKS. If you don't know, we'll put it up in here as well. Follow us. Listen, tell your friends. Tell anyone you know that has a condition, you think may have a condition, just wants to have a bit of a laugh on a Thursday night. If it's a bit rainy outside, you're not going anywhere, tune into the live sessions, get onto the website. Check out some other platforms. Been on Breakfast Club, you've been on TV1,
Sister
been on
Circle.
Reese, Sister Circle. In fact, Rashan Ali on Sister Circle's doing one of our detoxes. Oh my God, shout out to Coach Jessie Thompson.
Yep,
I hope she's
Coach.
watching.
Yep.
She's over there in New
Coach
York.
Jesse.
That's if you don't know Coach Jesse, you're gonna get to know Coach Jesse.
Just watch
and
the
the whole
Breakfast
team.
Club, you know her.
Absolutely. But listen, guys, we're gonna sign off again. Thanks for joining. We enjoy you guys and we appreciate you guys joining. Your questions keep us on our toes. Absolutely. And look out for more sessions Thursdays. The Electric Docs TV on YouTube. All right, people, say peace, say bye.
You know what we
Wave,
say?
whatever.
Take charge of your life.
What we want to say as well.
Here we go.
We will come to your town and do live Q&A session in your town. Just let us know.
You got to
Send
invite
emails.
us. You got to
You
invite us.
gotta
us
get an
though.
invite.
That's what I'm
You know,
saying.
we gotta
You
get an
gotta
invite. We
us
can't
down.
just
If
turn
you-
up.
If you are part of a church, a sorority, fraternity, whatever, send us an invite and we'll come and do a live Q&A, talk to you about whatever you want to talk about.
Indeed. All right. Wave
All right.
bye and say cool and
State your name. I'm saying good night.
This idiot.